Flow Mishkaram and Flow Mistay, gods and goddesses in training. Welcome back to the channel. It is Uncle Makara, all relations. This is an introduction from Primal Sutra to meditation. What exactly is meditation? Most of what you know about meditation has been taught to you incorrectly. It's been force-fed upon you. You've had stereotypes associated with it on what it really means. But what if I were to tell you that meditation is your true self, is your life, that you're already in meditation? You just forgot. You just got distracted. Shout out first and foremost to one of my mentors, RJ, for giving me these downloads and these meditation insights. Now, I'm a flow state practitioner, I'm a flow state guide, and meditation is ultimately flow state. It's a highly immersive experience, and it's a heightened state of awareness. So we're all trying to find this gap when we meditate, finding that pocket of stillness. You are completely and fully alive. Just feel it right now. You're here right now witnessing this video, fully absorbed, fully engaged. You're in meditation. You're like this video camera that stays still and all these experiences happen, but the true you remains. So at Primal Sutra, we embrace this realization that you are the living meditation, you are the living prayer, you are the living mantra. And all of these techniques, tools, they're just permission slips to access your divine nature, your I am, your source. You are it. You are the source, not the seeker. Life itself is the essence of the real you. Here's a question that will shift your awareness right now, because you don't always need a quiet space, closed environment. Like I'm in the middle of this little bridge, as you can hear all these cars behind me, right? I'm shooting the video from this way, and you can hear the noise out here. And yet, how do I still refine and find time to meditate? With all this noise? Are you kidding me? No, the noise becomes my meditation. So I do not create resistances for my meditation practice. A lot of you guys have 1,000 different excuses on why not to meditate. And all of them are ridiculous because you are meditation. So here's a question. What will my next thought be? Ask yourself, what will my next thought be? You just stopped thinking. You stopped the thinking mind. This is the ultimate goal of meditation, is to stop the thinking mind and to clear the emotional body. And together you get to this sense of clarity where from there you can do things again. You have more space that you've realized. You have a sense of mastery over. And so you ask yourself questions like this, these meditation prompts. You can come up with them yourself. I highly recommend you come up with them yourself, because only your higher self will give you the greatest meditation prompts. I'm not sure, and that's okay. That's one that I came up with. I'm not sure. Thinking mind relaxes, and that's okay. Emotional body relaxes. Now you feel the Om. You feel the silence of the I am. So meditation isn't about effort. It isn't like, oh, I have to push my mind in order to. You see, concentration can be, yes, you're focusing on a candle flame, or you're focusing on a mantra, or you're focusing on something in particular. But meditation is this openness, this awareness, this realization, this becomingness, this beingness that relates to the doingness. So if you master beingness, then you can go out and crush it in the doingness. And this is Primal Sutra Philosophy 101, okay? When you feel lighter, you can connect way deeper. And when you can connect way deeper, let's say the chi or the reservoir that is in your lower dantian, a few inches below your belly button, right? That area, the sacral chakra area, that is the seat of your power. At least for me, this is how I've experienced it, guys. But ultimately, I feel that there is this engine of energy there. And I don't know if you guys are sensitive enough to feel this too. So if you're attending like some kind of a retreat just because you feel like that's the best way, or maybe you're forced into it, you're not really meditating, because you're still forcing, you're still pushing, you're still trying to, you're still straining to achieve it. This simple inquiry or self-inquiry, what it does is it creates space for the mind to just get rid of the programming, right? You are conditioned, so this makes you access the unconditioned mind. One of the best postures I've noticed is at least like this, with the thumbs touching. I like to do this and put this on my lap. I sometimes like to lie down. I'm not opposed to lying down like a lot of other people are opposed to lying down. I would say keep the back of your head open, okay, to receive some air. Make sure it's not touching some cushion or some area or surface. Any other basic pointers on meditation, I would say center your energy and let the prompt do what it needs to do, right? It's going to do a cleanup job. So you might get it from a specific deity or a spirit guide as well. We do a lot of work in terms of that, but this is just an introductory video where you're getting a taste of the basics of meditation. And the more advanced version would be you feeling actually into your chi, into your inner power as well. So get this right. Time is an illusion. Ooh, you might have heard that on a lot of videos before. What does it mean time is an illusion? You see, thinking is past and future. Thinking is past and future. The presence is feeling, then being. So if you keep thinking and thinking and thinking, you're going to be stuck in the past and future. Therefore, you're being stuck to time. You're getting bridged and attached to time, therefore creating this impatience inside of you, like you always have to rush things. Like you can't take it slower, you can't take it more chill, because your mind is frantic in this past-future dynamic. So this thing keeps happening, right? Memories, desires, memories, desires, memories, desires. What about the awareness that perceives both memories and desires? That's what we're doing here. We're coming back to the source of it all. The perceiver, the watcher, the observer, the pure awareness that is eternal and never moves, is immovable, is unconditioned, is pure, is whole, is complete. And you recognize this because you're already that, you are it. So drop the need to force or strain this thing like I'm on day 30 of meditation. Hey, you might use some, let's just say, little crutches in the beginning. Use some sound, okay? Use some binaural beats or brainwave entrainment. You can use a singing bowl. You can use, all of these are permission slips, right, guys? You're gonna need a few like life jackets in the beginning like this, okay? You're gonna need to stay afloat. So use what you can in the beginning, but don't get attached to those, because you don't want that to be your norm. You don't want to be like, where's my incense? And you're panicking, like, because you can't meditate without it, because you primed yourself to like do it every time with like thousands of crystals in front of you, like a whole crystal display with LED lighting and like a black lit room with posters. And then that kind of traps you in there, because it's like you can't do it outside of that environment, because you've primed yourself so much to meditate in that environment, you see? So my go-to move would be carry meditation with you everywhere, because this beingness, just noticing your breath. Where does the breath end and you begin? Is it on the tip of your nose? Is it on the palate of your mouth? Is it on the tips of your ears? Is it on the top of your head? Can you feel into your brain? Can you feel into your heart? Can you feel the energy of your brain in your heart? Drop it down. How easy was that? We just shut off our mind, right? So this doesn't have to be a very difficult process, and you can invent different ones, different prompts for your brain to ponder these paradoxical, illogical questioning. What if there was nothing to hide and nothing to seek? You see, I just invented that right on the spot. But you see how that that stills the mind? That's our intention here. So mastery isn't meant to be this complex thing. It's immediate, tangible, and available. It's quite simple. Try this with me right now, okay? Pretend there is no past, no future, and you've just arrived here. You've just arrived here now. Notice how the mind chatter has stopped. Just do a quick body scan from the top of your head to your feet. Okay. Now, if you're a beginner in this, you can do some breath work to help you get into a meditative state. Or an easy way to avoid doing the breath work all the time is just do some exercise, right? And then just meditate after working out. That way your blood is pumped, you're feeling all the energy, and you're what I would call activated in that moment. So it's gonna feel a lot easier for you to transition into that. Let's say you just did some jumping jacks and then you get into a meditation, you will notice the whoosh of your energy body, right? You'll feel more of your hormones and endorphins. You're gonna feel the whole essence of it more. So that's just a little tip from my side. Anything other than that is also experiment with different environments. Okay, I like to experiment with hot and cold, or even sometimes I like to introduce my body to something like red light therapy, or I like to experiment with these things. So it's completely up to you. These are all permission slips, okay? The main thing is you are that I am. I am can be the greatest mantra meditation of all time, where you just sit in that awareness. Okay, so start here for beginners. If you're meditating, this is the Primal Sutra path. This is our way of doing it. We take a different approach, so we might put other meditation companies out of business, unfortunately. But hey, I had to do it. I had to make this video. I was told by my guides, and it was also suggested by Honey Eater to just give you guys the basics of these things so you can put it into practice. So it doesn't really matter the time or length that you have set up for yourself. Like if it's 5 minutes, start with 5 minutes a day, okay? Really easy, something you can stack into 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 10 minutes. Get around 10 minutes, that's a good mark. Sometimes you can pull it up to 15, that's amazing, because now you're tapped into the flow state, because it takes at least 15 minutes to tap into flow. If you're doing it 20, 30 minutes already, your mind is kind of primed into that level, and you can maintain that. You know that you can rest there in this awareness. Maybe these tips or tricks are going to make your meditation practice easier for you, okay? So other people might be well trained in other practices. I'm also have a background in many other styles of meditation. However, we're not going to go there. We're going to go with the Primal Sutra method, the way that you just create your own meditation prompts. You go into the inner depths of your psyche, body, mind, spirit complex, and you pull from your imagination, and you give yourself something that just stills the mind altogether. That was then, now is now. Everything to gain, nothing to lose. One of my students once shared this with me. They said, sunrise, sunset. Okay, I haven't heard that one before. It's the passage of time, right? So If you were to give yourself a mantra for 2025, what would it be? So closing your eyes, the reason why people close their eyes in meditation is because it produces alpha brain waves, okay? So it gets you out of that beta stressful brainwave state, okay? Where you're just chugging lots of coffee, you're working overtime, you're pushing, you're stressing, you're burning yourself out. That's that state. That's the kind of lived experience of everybody, right, who works. They get it, right? They understand that beta brainwave. However, as soon as you close your eyes, you go from focusing on the external world to focus inwards. And that's such an important thing. You can meditate with your eyes open. I do it all the time, okay? I do it all the time. I perceive beyond this hologram. Now, people will just tell you surface level things on videos. They're not gonna share the deep underlying secrets that you are meditation and that you just forgot. It's not that I think, therefore I am. It's I am, therefore I think. Presence and awareness precedes everything. So after a while, this is kind of how my journey started. So first of all, I learned from my father. He teaches meditation as well, Vajrayana Buddhism, and he taught me the whole thumbs touching together thing. I remember when I first visited him in Delhi a couple of times. Then I guess my meditation transformed into learning from other practices or experimenting with other traditions or practitioners. Like I did Sadhguru's inner engineering, I did transcendental meditation, I experimented with different forms of healing, hemi-sync, all sorts of different kinds of healing modalities. But then I started to notice sound therapy. Sound therapy really transformed my life because I started to notice my working with alpha waves, beta waves, gamma waves, and so forth. Being able to prime my states really helped me, especially in my field. Learning about peak performance, it allowed me to be very experimental, and I started to look at this thing from kind of a unique approach, you could say. Okay, I started to perceive beyond the normative way that the peak performance industry was looking at things. And at the time, this was very powerful because it started to exceed people's expectations. It started to take on a hive mind of its own because ideas are that powerful, guys, right? You have a powerful idea and you let it simmer, it's gonna expand into something amazing, something beautiful, okay? Now, so anybody can make a video just saying, just close your eyes and focus on your breath, right? Just be mindful. But it takes a future ascended master to understand what I just told you. I hope you take this practice to heart and have the best meditation practices ever. If you need help inventing your own prompts, you can always reach out to me, and I'll give you some of mine. Or you can reach out to Ryan G as well. I'm sure he has his own ways of doing it. Rituals can also be meditations. Gratitude practices can be fused into rituals as well. There's many ways to go about this, but I just wanted to give you the basics. Let's get it. Upward spiral. May we never be the same again. Share this with a friend or a flow me, and let him get to know me. Peace.